In Methodism Today, we bring you the climax of MDF Awareness Day celebration. Please do stay tuned. The 10th Connexional MDF Awareness Day 2018 and special fundraising service has been marked at the St. Paul Methodist Cathedral Tema on the theme, The Role of the MDF in Intensifying Our Teaching Ministry Towards Disciple Making and Church Growth. The Methodist Church Ghana, in order to help mobilize financial resources to support the church's connectional budget and her spiritual and social development programs, in 2005 decided to establish the Methodist Development Fund (MDF) as a successor to the Methodist Education Trust Fund. The MDF enables the church to perform its social developmental activities in education, health, build chapels, and manses. To help the church to achieve greater effectiveness in its broad developmental agenda, every member of the Methodist Church Ghana is required to make a pledge of an amount to be paid as dues, as required by the Methodist Constitution, towards the development of the church. Each member is required to pay 1 cedi or more weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Also, one Sunday of every month is to be set as MDF Day by All Society to collect a second offering as a supplementary fund for the MDF. In addition, the month of November is set aside on the church's almanac to organize an Awareness Day celebration and special fundraising service. In view of this year's MDF Awareness Day celebration was marked across all societies in the connection. In an exhortation presented by the Presiding Bishop, the Most Reverend Dr. Boafo, he stated emphatically that we should see God as the source of everything we have. Therefore, we need to give to the benefit of his church.
Paul draws our attention to the God who is the ultimate source of the physical food that sustains human life. He is the same God who supplies the spiritual nourishment that enables believers to nourish and to serve. And once you and I see God as our source of everything that we have, including the wealth that we have made, then we'll also be ready to give to the benefit of his church and the building of his kingdom. And that is how Paul ends and says, you will be enriched in every good way, so that you can be generous in every occasion. Through us, your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. You will be enriched as you give in every way, so that you can be generous.
The Methodist Development Fund areas of development include building educational infrastructure, church evangelism, health support, etc. This year, some of the projects supported by the MDF across the connection include the Tamale Methodist Cathedral, the Methodist Rafiki Library Project at Winneba, the Methodist Hospital Urological Department at Winchi, among others. This year's flagship project for the MDF is the Boafo Bishop's Man's Project. The Very Reverend Ishmael Ganza, Director of the Resource Mobilization Directorate, in a brief message, encouraged all to support the fund.
Asɔre baby ewa hoɔden miamia bebree ehuna mane wɔyɛ sumbia na sɛdeɛ presiding kan no wokɔ 2 Corinthians chapter 8 9 to 15 ɔsɛ yɛne a yɛwɔ asɔre da fɛfɛ saa no yɛnkae wɔne a ɛni baabi a wɔsom baabi a mansoɔ yɛnkae wɔne a wɔne baabi yɛdidi a yɛnkae wɔne a wɔn ho kyerɛ wɔn ɛno na yɛba ebedi ho adwuma ɛnɛ yɛmpae ne sɛ ɛbɛka wakoma.
In an interview with some contributors of the fund, they expressed great joy for such an occasion.
Since its inception in the early 2000s, the MDF has been very useful for the Methodist Church. It's been a blessing to many societies, to many institutions, and to many individuals. I want to urge and encourage every one of us, Methodists, and even those of us who are non-Methodists, to do all we can to support the MDF, to contribute to the MDF, so that the MDF will continue in the good works that it's doing, building chapels, churches, manses, and even with the Methodist institution, as Methodist University, assisting the university to develop the Wenchi Methodist Hospital. Indeed, the MDF is doing much, and we should encourage it, we should support it, and we should do all we can to ensure that the objectives and purposes of the MDF are achieved.
Projects that are being supported are so many: chapels, schools, hospitals, manses, offices, and pavilions for so many places across the connection. One city, a minimum a month, can go a long way to bring life and hope to so many people within the connection. So I'm appealing to every single one of you, especially the youth. Let's all come on board and let's all build our church together. Let us all build the infrastructure that we need in our church together, so that the Lord will also bless us and the word of God can go to places.
In relation to the outlook for 2019, the Methodist Development Fund is looking forward to launch the MDF mobile money platforms, an internet banking platforms, and bank payment to the MDF bank account with the account name The Methodist Church Ghana over the years has provided a lot of social infrastructure which have benefited its members and the nation as a whole. In view of this, everyone is being encouraged to faithfully pay his or her monthly contribution, 1 cedi or more, to enable the Methodist Development Fund fulfill its mandate. God bless you for your contribution. MDF, mobilizing resources for church growth.
He is a mighty God. He is a mighty. He is a mighty.